Hello and welcome, and thanks for watching. My name is Rich Tehrani, coming to you from the TMC Newsroom. On our program is Perry Swaim, who is the CEO and President of Voyss Solutions. Hello, Perry. How are
Hello.
you?
Nice. Thanks for having me.
Well, we appreciate you coming in Norwalk to our headquarters to be interviewed. And the purpose of this interview, of course, is to learn more about the company. So I was hoping you can give us the overview.
Thank you very much. We've been, for the last 7 years, developing products and services that we're ready to move up market with. The products that we have are voice services all the way through the hosted desktop with all of the Microsoft Office and other software available through a software as a service model.
And you started the company when?
We actually started Voyss Solutions in 2003, but we've come under new management and new investor groups in January of 2007.
So really, you've been focusing on the cloud for a number of years, and now it's
Sure,
become
yeah.
it's become really the in thing. And so it seems like you were pretty far ahead of your time.
Yeah, the cloud acronym has been fairly recent, but it used to be managed services. But our idea was always to have control of the desktop, everything from voice all the way through the data applications.
And what sorts of applications are we talking about when you say data apps?
Well, everything from your standard Microsoft Office suites through things like QuickBooks, Peachtree, Great Plains, those types of business applications that every small to medium-sized business has to have in order to function. We also interface with most of the CRM programs like Sugar or Salesforce.com or Act or Maximize or any of those. We also provide some other third-party software applications. For example, if someone needed to have Photoshop for a month to do a project, a small project, then they can lease that for that month-long period to run that piece of software.
Interesting.
Not really for production houses, but small projects. But those types of applications where you don't want to go out and spend $1,500, $2,000 for it, you just need to use it for a period of time, we can make those available most of the time.
Oh, really? Wow, that's very interesting. So that's a different take on traditional cloud-based services. And it seems like you've really rounded out your portfolio with a large suite of offerings.
We have. What we are able to do is we're able to bring an enterprise-level solution to small, medium-sized businesses without them having to incur that kind of cost. So we are associated with 26 Tier 4 data centers around the world, and we're able to provide services, not only the voice over IP services, but all of the carrier services pieces, that last mile connection, the hosted environment, both for desktops and servers. We have hosted exchange. So all of that product suite that a small or medium-sized business needs in order to function, we're able to provide that. We look at them as being a utility. Cut it on when you need it, cut it off when you don't need it, and pay for what you use.
And are you seeing a difference between adoption internationally and the U.S.? How would you contrast?
Well, I don't have enough to say what's going on in Europe or anything. And what I am able to tell you is that the companies we work with, almost all of our customers are multi-location, multi-state, international companies. We've kind of targeted niche those people in our direct sales efforts because you get a bigger bang for the buck.
Sure.
But what does that customer profile look like? It truly is anywhere from a couple of users up to thousands of users who need to have that mobile access that our country seems to be headed towards. The products and services that we offer, you can access it from anywhere with whatever device you happen to have in your hands. So that is really the driving factor for why people are moving to the cloud. It's just less expensive. We're typically finding it to be somewhere between 40 and 70% less expensive for companies to operate in that environment than in the traditional environments.
Great. So when you talk about any device, that means like an Apple iPad as well?
Any device that has internet access, you can access your desktop from anywhere in the world. The unified messaging piece, by our definition, is just that. It's all of the pieces of the communication from instant messaging through voicemail for telephone to faxing. All of that should be able to be delivered to whatever device you happen to have in your hands, whether it's a Droid, an iPhone, an iPad, or a netbook, or a workstation. Whatever device you have in front of you, you should be able to access any information that you're working with.
Now, this seems like a good solution for the channel.
It is a good solution for the channel if they're, we know that they're beginning to look for replacement products as the carriers, for example, begin to change their commission structures and everything. A lot of agents and a lot of channel partners are looking for those replacement products. This is that product. This type of product replaces carrier services commissions for a lot of folks.
And you're going to be focusing more on that area?
Actually, what we're going to do is in the fourth quarter of this year, our direct sales operation has only been there over the last 3 years simply to develop processes and product development, making sure that we can deliver what we say we can deliver. We've done all of the heavy lifting. We know that that's done now. Now what we've got to do is go up market, and we think the best way to move up market right now is through a channel program where we can reach hundreds of people or potentially thousands of people worldwide who can take this directly to the end users.
That's great. What's next for the company?
Well, right now, just market growth. Our biggest challenge for us right now is deciding how to go to that channel market. I've interviewed a total of 48 individuals and companies, and I'm going to make a decision this month on who we're going to adopt to take us to that channel program.
That's very exciting.
Yeah.
Thanks for being on the program today.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Thanks for having me.